Imagine Europe in 950 AD, fragmented, recovering from invasions, and on the cusp of major change. This period, from 950 to 1350, is what historian Robert Bartlett calls the making of Europe. Buckle up, because we're about to explore how Europe went from chaos to a powerhouse of culture and influence. The Reconquista, the Christian reconquest of Islamic Spain, wasn't just about territory. It sparked a wave of new settlements and cultural exchange, setting the stage for later European expansion. While often viewed through a religious lens, the Crusades were about way more than that. Sure, they were meant to take back Jerusalem, but they also had huge social and economic impacts. Ever heard of the Baltic Crusades? Northern Europe had its own wave of expansion, driven by religious motivations, trade, and colonization. Time to get familiar with how groups like the Teutonic Knights shaped this region. Bartlett shatters the image of brute force, showing us that conquest went hand in hand with building new societies. Think founding cities, innovations in agriculture, and the spread of legal systems and political ideas. Expansion led to the emergence of frontier societies, places where cultures intertwined. This often meant peaceful coexistence and cooperation between different groups. The church wasn't just a religious power. It was like the Google of the Middle Ages, spreading literacy, art, and education, acting as a unifying force in a divided Europe. As conquest brought stability, trade flourished and towns rose to prominence. This wasn't just about money. This urban boom led to new social classes and shook up the feudal system. Ruling new lands far from home brought big challenges for both conquerors and the conquered. Leaders had to find clever ways to rule their diverse populations effectively. Expansion wasn't a one-way street. People in conquered areas resisted, adapted, and blended. Some saw opportunities and thrived, creating societies neither wholly European nor their predecessors. Who are we? This question buzzed throughout Europe. Conquest sparked the formation of shared identities, laying the groundwork for the nations we know today, while others fiercely resisted assimilation. By 1350, Europe was almost a new world. The Black Death hit, shaking society to its core. The old order was crumbling, creating a breeding ground for big challenges and new ideas during the Renaissance. Bartlett doesn't just leave us stuck in the past. He makes sure we understand that this period of conquest set the stage for later European colonialism, leaving behind problems faced even today. This book isn't just dusty history. It grapples with questions about power, expansion, winners and losers, making it surprisingly relevant to the world today. Bartlett prompts us to rethink what it means to win at conquest. This wasn't just about kings or battles. It shaped the very identity of Europe and dramatically remapped the lives of millions. This period was a melting pot of cultures and religions, resulting in innovation and new forms of artistic expression and scholarship. But there was a dark side, intolerance leading to social unrest and ultimately the persecution of minorities. The making of Europe questions narratives that focus only on Western voices. By analyzing primary sources from diverse social strata across Europe, we gain understanding into experiences of ordinary people and not just the elite. In a world shaped by empires and colonization, understanding how Europe was made shines light on global power structures. Although written about medieval times, it tackles issues still remarkably relevant, raising questions about identity, cultural contact, violence shaping today's world. That's The Making of Europe by Robert Bartlett. What resonated most with you? The lasting impact of conquest, or maybe how this turbulent period shaped everything around us today? Leave a comment, like, and let's discuss in the comments, and hit that notification bell for more like this.